Hey, it's Paul Marsh, and I am delighted to be joined by Sarah Clarke-Kuehn, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Sanctuary Care. Sarah, thank you much for talking to me. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, no, thank you very much. And really wonderful to have the invite. So thank you.
So we're talking about, how can I put this? We're talking about people's self-worth and how they feel as they get older, and it changes through the years, how you feel about yourself, how it kind of raises and lowers, and as you get older, maybe you feel a bit differently to how you did when you were younger.
Absolutely. So we've commissioned some research recently as part of Sanctuary Care's Enriching Lives programme. So we've got sort of 6 senses. That is a sense of security, belonging, continuity, purpose, achievement. And the one that we're going to talk today about, significantly, most importantly, is significance. And what the study showed us is that people's levels of significance and feeling valued changes through their life. At the peak of it, they're in their 20s, they're feeling their most significant. Then that dips quite significantly till they're in their 50s, and then rises again and kind of goes up and continues at a level in sort of in the mid 70s. So what's really, really important for us at Sanctuary Care is significance, and how do we ensure that everybody in a care home has that level of significance and is really living a truly enriched life through the kind of their care home journey. So
Yeah,
that's why we committed the research.
I think that as you grow older, obviously, like you say, your 20s is all about friends and partying and everything else like that. And then generally by you hit your late 20s and 30s, kids come along and marriage and all of that kind of changes, and your whole life changes really. And then your self-worth is about your kids, and you dedicate your life to your children and raising them. And then, like you say, by the time you get to your 50s, then possibly they've grown up and moved on and everything else like that. So you get your life back again. But then, like you say, by the time you hit your sort of late 50s and 60s, work may be declining a little bit. You may be coming to the end of your work career now. My mum is 65 and my dad is 68, 69, I think. So I understand how that is, because I've seen their lives change as I've grown up as well.
Absolutely, and society's changing. I'm a lady in her early 50s, and my daughter is 9. So the kind of the stereotypes that we kind of had of different. So ensuring that everybody has significance in their life is really, really important. But everybody's level of significance, or what is significant to them,
Yeah.
is different.
Mm.
And that's the bit that's really, really important, is actually, how do you understand what is significant to you or to myself? So actually we can enable that level of significance to continue through our life. I mean, one of the things that kind of we look to do is to understand people. People just want to be listened to, because especially by the time you get into your more mature life, you have lived some amazing lives. You've got some amazing stories to tell. I mean, in one of our care homes, we have a gentleman who was in the army. He was guarding kind of Hitler's right-hand man through his early journeys in his army career. We've got another, so listening to people's
Wow.
stories
Yeah.
and helping them and appreciate that what they've done. I mean, that just gives somebody a level of significance. And it does translate into things like, we've got a couple of gentlemen who live in our care homes. One of them, his passion is maintenance. He wants everything.
Okay.
He's an ex-engineer. He wants everything perfect. So actually, he wanted to be involved. So actually, he works with our maintenance man, and he kind of, and they go into the man cave, and they've got this little shed, and they have cups of tea. But that's significant to him, because it's really, really important to him. We've got another gentleman in one of our West Midlands homes who all through his life has taught young children to play rugby in his local rugby club. We were able to continue to facilitate that. So we take him down to the coaching sessions. He's now the honorary chairman of his local rugby club. And that's just significance for him. He loves being able to use his experience, his life skills, to pass on that and be part of that. It might just be, as I talked about, being significant in the running of the home. We've got lots of people who are resident ambassadors. So actually, they're the people that welcome new residents into our care homes. They're the ones that help us with, so we're thinking of changing this. Would this be better for you? Have you got lots of lovely ideas on how we could continue to enrich lives, do things differently? So the significance piece is very different for everybody. But when you get to know somebody, and that is really the essence of person-centered care, when you get to know somebody, you'll know what is significant to them, and then you can really act on it and make them fly again.
I think it's funny. It's funny you say that, because that's what I love about what I do. This is my favorite point of what I do, which is literally just talking to people and learning about people and finding out new things and all of these. And like you say, you never truly get to know somebody until you open your mouth and talk, and then you open your ears and you listen, because that's a really important part of it. I think obviously everybody's different. Some people are brimming full of confidence, and some people really suffer from a lack of confidence. So as you approach your late 50s, sorry, as you approach your late 50s and your 60s, I think some people will still carry on, and they will be sprightly, and they will want to get involved, and other people maybe not so much. But I think also, if you go from doing something down to maybe not doing so much, it can really affect you mentally as well, can't it?
Absolutely. And there's a lot. Mental health is so important and it's so strongly linked to physical health as well. And as we get more mature, our physical health is the thing that often suffers. So if we can work on our mental health, and I think about it as my mental health and my physical health. You go to the gym, you run, you work on your physical health. We as a society need to start working on our mental health. I think we've made massive strides over the years, but being able to understand what is significant to you and kind of what is your sense of belonging, what makes you feel part of something. And if you can combine that part of something with it being significant to you and a sense of purpose and achievement, that mental health is going to fly. So lots of conversations with your family, conversations with your parents, because we've all got those things that are significant and we want to achieve. Sometimes it takes a conversational piece to bring them out. And for them people, almost that little penny to drop and go, that's it. Yeah. That's how I can work on my mental health.
What advice could you give somebody that's either in the age bracket that we're talking about right now, and they feel in themselves that they're not where they should be and where they used to be, or maybe a relative or a friend of somebody who they notice is maybe not where they should be? What advice could you give somebody to somebody who's possibly maybe mentally suffering a little bit and should be more where they used to be?
Talk, open. I just think those are we as a society have closed down a little bit through what we've been through. Now it's time to open up again. Summer, was there a piece of research done today that says that something like the 20th of June is the most exciting and happiest day of the year, because we're outside more. We have positive memories of our summerhood childhoods. Seize those happy memories and get outside.
Brilliant. Yeah, I completely agree with you. If people would like to find out a little bit more about you or Sanctuary Care, where could you send them for that one?
Where our website is the best place. So www.sanctuarycare.co.uk.
Sarah, thank you so much for talking to us. I really do appreciate it. I think you're doing an absolutely wonderful job and you're doing a sterling job at that. So thank you very much.
No, thank you.